Today's video is probably my most requested ever. I am finally sharing all of my holy grail beauty devices that I use regularly to help me look as good as I feel. I'll be talking about my favorite devices in these categories: microcurrent, red light therapy, radiofrequency, microneedling, laser, and yes, more. Together, these devices help me to tighten the skin, minimize fine lines and wrinkles, brighten the skin, and most importantly, keep it healthy, all done safely at home. Also, stay tuned until the end where I will share one device I would use if I could only own one. Before we dive in, quick disclaimer, I've been on this beauty device journey for over 4 years now, documenting everything right here on this channel. And what works for me might not be your perfect match. It really comes down to your budget, time commitment, and of course, personal preferences. Let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Jodylynn and thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, welcome. I am 53 years young and I talk about ways to take care of the skin with a good skincare routine, SPF daily, and the help of beauty devices. And I'm trying to do everything at home. I did not start my skincare routine until I was 47 years of age. It's never too late. I do not go in office for any type of treatment. So if you're interested in knowing how to take care of the skin at home, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. All right. Please note that this doesn't mean that I don't try other devices. I do. I'm going to be talking to you about a little bit about that as well. This is what I do on my channel. I test beauty devices. So what is working for me right now and I consider a holy grail obviously may change in the future depending on how technology changes. But these are the ones that I continue to use over and over. And the ones that I reach for. So please note, this could change over time. It doesn't mean that I don't love the other ones that I've reviewed as well. I only have one face, so I can obviously not use all of them. But what's really important is always finding the one that you can be consistent with. And that's why I do so many reviews, because what works for me in the hand, personal preferences may not be the perfect one for you. So find the one that is going to work for you and be consistent, or else nothing will work. All right. So the purpose of these devices is to build collagen. Most of these devices build collagen, but just in different ways. We're going to start right off the bat with radiofrequency. This is a very tricky and tough category. And the reason that it is because I am constantly testing new devices in the radiofrequency category. I believe that radiofrequency is the technology that can make a massive change to the skin. It did with me 4 years ago, which is why I am consistently testing the newest and greatest radiofrequency devices. Radiofrequency waves that applies heat to the skin. It creates enough stress to the skin that allows for the wound healing response to ignite, and over time, we will build more collagen in the skin. Radiofrequency is the best treatment for sagging skin. I love it for the jowls. I love it for the cheek and the nasolabial folds. This is where you want. If you've got sagging area right here, radiofrequency is going to be your best friend. Now, if I had several months where I didn't need to test a device at all, this is what I would go to. The first one is the Miro S1. I absolutely love this. This is stamping method, okay? And no, I haven't tried the S2. I know you guys are going to ask me that. I haven't tried it yet. But you use their mask and you are stamping, and it penetrates a very concentrated amount of radiofrequency, which is why I love this. And then also what I would be using, and I'm going to show you how I would use it, is the newer radiofrequency. This is my holy grail. I achieved amazing results 4 years ago. It is clinical grade with 3D technology. I absolutely love that. How I would use these is I would do this one about once a week to give me that professional treatment. And remember, I'm in the maintenance phase. I would not do this if you are just starting a beauty device routine. I'm just giving you my thoughts. And then I would go in with the S1 probably twice a week. That is what I would do. I know you guys are going to ask me about the U1. I'm not sure that is much different than radio frequency at this point. I really need a lot more time to test that device, which I am still testing it. So I'm not really there yet. And I will keep you updated as the months go by. Okay. If you'd also like to know more about radiofrequency devices on the market, check out the buyer's guide here. All right, let's talk about red light therapy. Red light therapy helps to build collagen, minimize fine lines and wrinkles, and also to help brighten the skin. My daily go-to, and the one that I go to all the time, is the Mesama LED panel. And the reason for that is because this is where I do my skincare. It's in my studio. This is, I guess you could say, my woman's cave. This is where in the morning, when I get ready for work, in the evening, and just any other time. But I love the panel because it's always right here on my vanity. I can just turn it on. I listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube, and it gets the face and the neck instantly. That's what I do. Now, close runner up, if I want to just lay down, I would use the Jove's 4D laser mask and the Mesama face and neck mask if I want to just chill. I love the laser mask. It is beautiful. I wish they had that in a panel that I could sit right here. Just my own personal preference. The Mesama face and neck mask has that pulse light, and it also gets this area. So if I was wanting to lay down and not use a panel, again, I would pair it with the Jove's. And the Jove's just came out with a neck mask. It's a beautiful mask. It is. There's no doubt about it. But I love the Mesama does this, and I love the pulse light. I'm hoping that they will come out with an LED that is laser, a panel, or the mask that is laser. So for more red light therapy devices, check out my buyer's guide video here. All right, let's talk about microcurrent. Microcurrent builds ATP that will help to build collagen. This is more for minimization of fine lines and wrinkles and overall healthy skin. And the one that I use all the time, you guys, in a whole video that it's my favorite microcurrent. It is the Zip. I use this 5 to 6 times a week. It really depends on the plan that I am on, which is why I love this device. I love all of the different waveforms. I love the nanocurrent. I love that she creates plans, which really gets rid of all of the guesswork. I usually do a 30-day plan, or I'm doing an event plan, or I did the post summer plan. Loved it. I'm obsessed with this device, and I am literally obsessed with the gels as well. It's glycerin based. I absolutely love it. So it feels kind of like this really beautiful light oil on the face. I love it. Now, what I do also use weekly, once a week, I do a professional grade treatment with the Oralift Tri-Wave. I do the rejuvenation, I do the erase and the educate all in one session. Takes me about 30 minutes, which is why I don't use this all the time. So I love this once a week, and then the Zip during the week. Also, I do use an EMS device. So I have recently switched from the medicube EMS device to the Jove's Slimax. And the reason for that is because this is very powerful. Many people are not going to like the sensation on the face. I don't mind it. EMS is electric muscle stimulation. It is going to help to tone the muscles in the face and tighten them. Okay, so it's going to help to lift and plump and tone those facial muscles. This has, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 levels of that EMS. This gets really intense. I can only add like level 3, sometimes a level 4, but I only use this on the lower area of the face. That is it, just this area only, and I use it about 3 times a week. For more, my microcurrent buyer's guide is here. All right, let's talk about the eye area, mostly the under eye area. What I love to use is my Nero Pro for dynamic wrinkles. I use 2 devices. This is the first one. I usually use this about 5 times a week. Probably should use it more. I don't, just due to time, I forget, whatever. But I love this one because, first of all, the bigger head. I love that it is also not as hot as the Precision. I don't use the Precision at all anymore. And the reason for that is because it was just too hot for me, and I felt that it created very crepey, dry skin underneath my eye area. So we had to get rid of that. And then I took a few weeks off to I needed to heal this area is what I needed to do. And then what I do use is, like I said, the Pro. This isn't as hot, and I love it for dynamic wrinkles. And what I mean by dynamic wrinkles are those wrinkles that you smile. See? So like these wrinkles right there. I feel that this works wonders on those dynamic wrinkles. And so this literally takes me 3 seconds. I'm just like 1, 2, 3, done. 1, 2, 3, done. Okay, 6 seconds. That's what I do morning and evening. And then the next device that I use is the Miro eye device. It is the radiofrequency tightening device. Yeah, I use this probably about 3 to 4 times a week. This is going to help to tighten the under eye area, especially this. And that's what I used to get my under eye area tightened again after the Neuro Precision that made it very crepey and dry. This is what I used because it tightens. So it makes this inner part, you know how this inner part is just like really thin skin and can get really crepey. This definitely has helped that. So I love this device. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, absolutely brilliant. There are eye masks that you can use this with. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. For the most part, I use it without the eye mask, and I just use like a medicube gel. That's what I use. I know some of you are going to ask me about the Venus for here in this area. I really do need to use it probably more. I don't. I forget about it. That's the only reason. And I feel like the microcurrent that I use here when I'm doing this treatment and I'm doing that brow area, I feel like for me personally, that keeps this area pretty nice and, I don't know, taut, I guess you could say. I'm okay with it, I guess you could say. So Venus is great. It's just not something I continue to go to. All right, another one that I get a lot of questions about is the Oralift. It is a mouthpiece that is worn on the lower teeth. The point is to not touch the teeth together, creating a freeway space. It works through adaptation. So I have done a whole video on this. I have interviewed the doctor who is the creator of this. It's truly an amazing device. I love the technology. It is not electrical at all. And I don't have it here because it is actually at work. Yes, I still use it. I use it at work and I try to use it it's usually like a Wednesday, Friday or a Monday, Wednesday. It just kind of depends, but I use it 2 months, about 2 times a week. That's kind of how I do it. I'm on the maintenance phase. So 2 months, 2 times a week. And then I take 4 months off and then 2 months, 2 times a week again. That's kind of how I do it. So, and like I said, I have it at work because I'm a teacher and I have 50 minutes, which is called prep time, where I have time to lesson plan. So I just put it in my mouth while I'm at work and that's what I do. Just easy peasy for me to get that out of the way. Additional must-haves for me is the Maysama scalp hair device. Now, thankfully, my mother has very thick hair and you guys have made comments about my hair video coming up. And thank you so much. It's so very nice. I don't take it for granted. I do have good genetics. I have very thick, full hair. It has taken me quite some time to learn how to take care of it. And it is very important for me. I am postmenopausal. So, and thankfully I haven't had any issues, but I think also my hair routine and adding this device has prevented any issues that might arise. And I just want to continue to ensure that I'm preventing any hair loss. So I only use this about a couple of times a week. The reason I love this, and I loved the Ladoro a while ago, but those pods get really expensive. You just add your own hair serum. That's it. I love it. That's brilliant. And it's just really easy to use. I mean, it's just, and then you're done. It's like a 5-minute treatment. So that is a must-have for me. Another device that I do use occasionally is a Medicube Pro. I use the booster in the air shot mode most of the time with this. The air shot mode is where it has, they call it their needleless microneedling. I like to use it twice a week. I use it usually on my pores. That's where I use it. And then what I do, skin is completely dry. I use the device here on my pores. I then go in with their zero pore pad. And then I go in with their one daily exosome shot. Oh my gosh. Great. And this combo, I feel, has really minimized the pores in this area and just makes it look really smooth, which is what I love. And that's why I love to do that twice a week. I also use, like I said, the booster mode when I want like super hydration. I want to use the bubble serum, their liquid, that gel, the bubble gel. That's amazing as well. Yeah. So those are the two modes that I use the most with this. Occasionally, I might just use the whole thing and do the EMS and the microcurrent for sure, but the EMS on here is not as strong as this one. It just isn't. But yeah, that's kind of how I use that. Let's talk about microneedling. I've done several videos on microneedling devices, electrical ones, as well as non-electrical ones. And the one that I really do love is Banish. I don't go for the devices that are electrical because a lot of the heads are so small. They're like really like this small. And I just feel like it takes forever to microneedle the face, and I want to get her done. With everything else that I'm doing, that is like, I don't know, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So I love the surface area of this. This is Banish. This is such an amazing device. It does not feel cheap. I'm just like, and amazing. This is my favorite microneedling. And that's what I'm doing about 4 to 6 times a week. Here is a schedule of kind of how I put my beauty devices together in the AM and the PM. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am now hoping to add this bad boy into my skincare routine consistently. Video coming soon. So this is kind of like a quick highlight of what is going to be coming. This is very different from anything that I've tried. Is Derm Rays. This is laser, and we're talking stronger than the Nira. This is 1064 nanometer super pulsed laser, and this is supposed to be used all over the face. It's going to replace the professional laser treatment that you can go in office to get like that beautiful smooth skin, like really small pores, minimization of hyperpigmentation and dark spots. Like this is what this device is supposed to do. So I am like beyond super excited. I just started using it. More information to come, and hopefully that will be in my routine. And please note that the most important factor isn't which device really you choose, it's consistency. I'm telling you, I know I sound like a broken record, but all of you guys really ask me that. A device is only as good as how often you actually use it. That's why I always say to pick something you can realistically commit to using regularly. I'm a skincare junkie, so I love doing all this. I'm sure that there's some of you out there that are going, are you kidding me right now? I'm just gonna go in and get Botox. That is fine. You can, nothing wrong with that. But this is something that I really do enjoy. It's very therapeutic for me. And I know it isn't for everybody. So if you do want to start your beauty device journey and you only want one device that will do it all, you don't want to do all of this crazy stuff like I do, then I suggest the Miro R3 Turbo. And the reason I do is because it has radiofrequency, EMS, a little bit of red light therapy. I'm not sure that it is enough like a LED or a panel, but over time when you use this consistently, it'll give you something. But I love that you can use this all over the face, and you can also use it under the eye area. This is really the device that I use most or bring most of the time if I am traveling, because it has everything. So remember, 3 non-negotiables for anyone starting their beauty device journey: be consistent, always wear SPF, and take before and after photos. I think many of these devices also do have Black Friday sales. And if they do, I'm definitely going to post them, that sale information in the description box, as well as pin the comment. So stay tuned for my upcoming Black Friday beauty device sales guide, where if there is a device that I didn't talk about today, it's going to be in that video. And I think it's either going to go up the 20th or the 24th. I also have a skincare Black Friday that's going to either go up the 20th or the 24th. But anyway, you're going to see the buyer's guide for Black Friday, and that's going to be going up soon. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss that information. I am always here to help you navigate the world of beauty tech. So until next time.